Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Pointy Not Sharp. Today we're taking a look at a Polish bayonet. Now this is one of their pre-World War II bayonets. I've done a previous video on the WZ24 and this one's a bit of a mystery to me because it's not entirely clear which one it is. So they had 5 different models, the WZ22, 24, 27, 28 and 29. And this one is a little bit odd. I'll get to that shortly. Now, all of these bayonets were made for the WZ98 and WZ98A rifles, and they're made by both Percon and Radom. I've done a previous video on the WZ24 bayonet, this one here, and that sort of explains the history of this whole series of rifles. So, for the purpose of this video, I'll direct you to that previous one. And we'll jump into what makes this bayonet here really quite odd. So, the early versions of this bayonet, they did not have a muzzle ring, as you can see here. Some had a flash guard, some did not. And the version that has both a muzzle ring and no flash guard is the WZ29. What a flash guard indicates to us is that it's a bayonet made for a full-length rifle and not a carabiner or carbine, because the flash guard protects the handle from the blast of the muzzle of the firearm. And if it's a carbine, the muzzle will be sitting back here. If it's a full-length rifle, it'll be sitting up here. So full-length rifle, you don't need the flash guard. And the last version of this bayonet, the WZ29, were made for full-length rifles and not carbines. So based on the configuration alone, it would appear to be a WZ29. However, when we get a bit closer and look at the markings, and I apologise, the markings on this are in quite poor condition, but I can just make out enough of them to be able to tell that this is not a WZ29 bayonet. So on the one side we have the WP and the Eagle, and then on the reverse, you can almost make it out, we've got at the top Percun, that's our manufacturer, and then we have 2 acceptance marks, and this is where it gets a little bit strange. So the acceptance mark on the right is an M within a triangle, and that's a military acceptance mark for both the WZ24 and 28 rifles, not the 29. Then on the other side we have a B within a square, and that's a non-military acceptance mark, which a lot of these bayonets received, and they were only on the WZ24, or as far as I can tell based on the documentation I have. And what I'm going off is Peter Rubin's book, which so far I've found to be very, very good. I haven't found any errors in it so far. So the only logical conclusion I can come to is this was initially a WZ24 that was later converted into a WZ29. But I haven't found any evidence to suggest that they did convert older bayonets into newer ones, although it makes sense that they would. So I don't know too much more about this bayonet. It remains a mystery to me. I have a non-matching scabbard, which I suspect is Chilean model 1895 or maybe Turkish. I think I saw a Chilean proof mark on it somewhere at some point, but that was a while ago. I can't really remember. And just based on the general condition, I'm going to assume it's probably Turkish. It seems that nearly all of these Polish bayonets I come across have a non-matching scabbard. Like this one here has a German 8498 scabbard. Anyway guys, that's all I've really got to say about this bayonet. It really remains a bit of a mystery to me. As far as I can tell, it's a WZ29 that's been converted from a WZ24. If you know anything more about it guys, please feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear from you, and thanks for watching.